ACATS Policy Committee. Hi, how are you? Hope everyone's doing okay in light of the weather that's coming. Sorry we've got to kind of meet this way, or at least have an interaction this way. I was hoping to get everybody together, but Mother Nature had other plans. First off, I want to welcome some of the new members we have. We've got four new mayors. Central, Pendleton, Pelzer, and West Pelzer. Welcome, guys and ladies. Uh, we look forward to working with you in the future. And don't worry, it's not always going to be like this. You'll actually get to see me in person here shortly, hopefully. The reason we are here today is to consider some TIP amendments. And we have to do this for a couple of reasons. And I'm going to get into those now. Recently, as in November of last year, DOT came to all the MPOs and said, hey, listen, guys, we know that you haven't touched transit funds in 25 years, or at least that's how long I've been working and haven't done it. Now you're going to have to approve all the transit funds as well. Now, bear in mind, you as MPOs or as a policy committee have no control over this money. We only have control over the regional mobility funds that are in the highway system. But now DOT has come to us and said that we have to, I guess, vote on all of these funds and add them to our TIP. So a little bit more of a formality type situation here, but I want to go through these and make sure that everyone understands what we're doing. So for the transit TIP amendments, they are from Clemson Area Transit as well as Electric City Transit. They reflect 5307, 5311, 5339, and state mass transit funds. I know those numbers can be a little bit kind of vague, but in essence, they're operation funds and funds to purchase vehicles. So, and it'll be a little bit simpler. We'll go through some of the paperwork, and I'll kind of explain them as we go. And then the other reason we're here, and this is actually pretty cool, Clemson, the city of Clemson, received a federal earmark for $3.6 million for their Green Crescent Trail extension. And we need to go ahead and insert that in now so they can start spending those funds because once again, DOT is requiring us to put the earmark in before Clemson can really draw down the funds. Which again, we have no control over these funds. It's just more of a formality thing because once they're in the TIP, we'll then put them in the STIP. And we're having to do this. I guess I should have mentioned this. We're having to do this because we're trying to meet an SCDOT deadline for the transit funds. If I don't get the paperwork in by January 30th, then the funding will not be eligible to go into the STIP in the March meeting of the Highway Commission. We'll have to wait until the May meeting. And I know these transit agencies need their funds. So I appreciate you cooperating with us. And we'll go on and I'll show you the first TIP amendment. This first TIP amendment we're looking at is for the CAT bus system. They received funding in the amount of just over $4.6 million and 5339 funds, and these funds are bus and facility funds, and these are federal funds, and they would like those added to the TIP to purchase, I think it's 6 new buses. So this is something that you know they're already budgeting for, and of course I will put it in there in fiscal year 2026 if you approve this TIP amendment. This second TIP amendment is also for Clemson Area Transit, and this is to allocate $2.8 million in 5307 funds in fiscal year 2026. These funds come from fiscal year 2024 and 2025 allotments. So in essence, they're moving past funds and spending them in fiscal year 2026, and those will then be added to the TIP if you approve this amendment. This TIP amendment also is for Clemson Area Transit, and it is requesting $102,000 in state mass transit funds be allotted to fiscal year 2026. And again, if you approve this TIP amendment, then they would be added to the TIP and then go on to be added to the STIP. This TIP amendment is for Electric City Transit. And this one's a little bit more complicated because I got all of theirs at once instead of over time. So this is for 5311, 5307, 5340, and state mass transit funds together. And as we can see, it'll be on the following page. I'll kind of break down what they're doing with these funds. This is kind of a breakdown of what Electric City Transit is asking for. In 2026, they are looking at 5311 funds in the amount of just over $450,000. The $87,000 is state mass transit funds. And then 5307, they're looking at 1.7, just over 1.7 million in 5307 funds for operations and bus purchases. Um, and then we're also cleaning up the previous years to make sure DOT is clear about where the money is and where it will be coming from at later dates. So fiscal year 2025 and 2024 simply come from that's leftover funds that will be spent at a later date. We're just making sure they're in the TIP. And then DOT asks for a breakdown of where the money comes from, the 5307 money comes from. And this is kind of where it's coming from. It's coming from various years. Transit funds are such that you have 4 years to program them, and then you can kind of spend them as you go. So some of these funds are from as far back as looks like 2017. So, and again, I've received this from our grants administrator in our finance department. So if you have any questions, probably have to forward those on to someone who's a little bit more knowledgeable than me. Um, all of these TIP amendments have been put out for public comment for 21 days, so we're covered there. They just await your approval to officially be in the TIP. Last but not least, we have the City of Clemson. This is for the federal earmark they were able to secure. It is for $3.6 million. They are asking for, in fiscal year 2026, that there's $600,000 to go into preliminary engineering and $3 million to go into construction. I believe this is for the Green Crescent Trail project that will be on 93, I think I was told. This does not spend any of your regional mobility funds. This is actually exempt from any of those funds, so it will be put in that section of the TIP if you approve this transmittal. So that kind of ends the description of the transmittals. Moving forward, what do we need from you? You'll get an email and it will break down kind of the motions that we need. They're very simple. You will approve all of the transit ones at once. Just approve all of the funds listed, and and it'll just be a yes or no vote. And then you'll approve the Clemson one as well. And they will be listed in the email you receive as well as a breakdown of kind of what we went over here today. If you have any questions about this, feel free to give me a call. If it's during office hours, it's 864-222-6625. If we've got bad weather or it's over the weekend and you just want to talk about this stuff or need some more information on it, my cell number is 864-844-4744. And feel free to call me anytime. It's really important that we get this done and get these funds flowing to these agencies. So again, everyone stay safe through the inclement weather we've got coming, and I hope to see you in February.